Let's stop this for 1 second because we may have a little bit of news here, and I want to make sure that we are on point with this. All right. Uh, okay. I'm not sure if many people are familiar with Dennis Bryan, but Dennis Bryan is actually a special investigator. Um, and he does a lot of a special investigative reporter, actually, a journalist, investigative journalist. He does a lot of he does a lot of he does a lot of things in Georgia and a lot of cases he follows. And shout out to She Lee. Everybody put She Lee in the chat. Hold on, let me blow the horns. Let me blow the horns for She Lee real quick, okay? Because She Lee just sent me an email stating that Young Thug was asked to take a 2-year plea deal. Let's check this out real quick, okay? Let's check this out real quick. Hold on. Let's do this. Let's do this. All right. So this is Dennis Bryan. Now, I was on Cat Not Williams one day. It was myself. I was on the platform with some big dogs. Of course, it's Cat Not Williams. She's a big dog. Mel from I Am Not a Lawyer, but that's another big dog. Dennis Bryan right here, another big dog, investigative journalist. I'm like, okay, I'm on the panel with some big dogs. You feel me? And yo, Dennis Bryan was giving us a lot of information when we was on Cat Not Williams, okay? But this right here, okay, he posted this on his X account, and also I believe it says here, Sheely gave me the email. The subject line is Young Thug asked to take a 2-year plea. And he is reporting this from one of his reliable sources. It says here, I'm reading from his actual post, okay? It says here, breaking news update. Shocking new details have come to my attention in the YSL trial, specifically involving rapper Young Thug, from one of my extremely reliable sources. I will be going live at 8:45 a.m. before the start of the trial to discuss on YouTube. So listen. So She Lee, you gotta let me know, how long should I play this for? Because you told me to start at 1 minute and 30. I'm gonna start at 1:15 just to be on the prompt side. So how long should I play this for? Well, we're just gonna play it. You know what? We're just gonna play it. Shout out to She Lee, man. Everybody put She Lee in the chat right now. Let me drop a clues bomb real quick for She Lee, okay? She Lee just sent me this email, so we're gonna break it down. We're gonna see what's up with it. All right. I've never seen this. Stop at 10 minutes. All right. I've never seen this. I'm excited to see what this is. I can't wait. I cannot wait. All right. Listen, I may have to clip this, man. This might be a video. I might have to clip this. All right, let's get into this. This is good stuff. This is Dennis Bryan, investigative journalist. He posted on his X account, breaking news update. Shocking new details have come to my attention in the YSL trial, specifically involving rapper Young Thug, from one of my extremely reliable sources. I will be going live at 8:45 before the start of the trial to discuss via on youtube.com. So this post he did was on the 14th, which is Wednesday, which is the same day that Melnick was suspended. Okay, so let's see what happens here. Let's see what's happening. Let's go ahead and play this real quick, y'all.
So this, ladies and gentlemen, this is what I'm going to talk to you today about, or this morning about, is something that I wasn't even aware of. And I'm sure the attorneys for both sides didn't want this out. However, it definitely puts things in perspective as to why um, the attorney representing a young thug is going so hard. Stakes are pretty high, as we all know. Stakes are pretty high. But first and foremost, shout out to those that have joined me early morning. Um, Man, when I say this is incredible, and it keeps me wondering, why is this trial still going on? Why? And I know why. I know why now. It gives me reason to believe that this was a witch hunt. A witch hunt to a degree
Mm.
that there's some who had information early on in this case, and it was kind of buried. Some of the information was buried. And when I say buried, it'll soon come out, I think, at the right time. And I'm not at liberty to say so much just yet, but I will say this. First of all, please, ladies and gentlemen, put a one in chat. Um, so here we go. I know we got a few minutes to go in, but I want to give you guys a couple seconds to get in. So during my research and speaking to some very well placed sources. When I say well placed, they're very well placed. Um, I learned that rapper Young Thug had an opportunity to walk out that courthouse very early on. He had an opportunity to walk out the courthouse or have his case over with very early on. And if somebody asks, how did he have the opportunity when he was charged as the leader of a very notorious gang? Well, according to my sources, rapper Young Thug was offered a plea deal of 2 years. Yes, rapper Young Thug was offered a plea deal of 2 years and to surrender his passport.
Oh.
Yes, a plea deal of 2 years. This leader of this notorious gang, street gang, was offered a plea deal of 2 years and to surrender his passport. Why is that significant? Well, it's significant because early on, the prosecution proffered that these guys, in particular, Young Thug, and others, Gunner, and others were very violent, dangerous criminals. But why offer the leader of this notorious alleged street gang just 2 years? That's significant. And why is that significant? It's significant because Young Thug is sitting in the courtroom for close to 2 years now, and he had an opportunity to take a plea deal. And if you guys recall, Judge Whitaker coming into the case said, essentially, you guys should try to work this out. So she obviously might have been aware of some of the negotiations as well. Let's just say that these are real negotiations that happen.
Okay, listen to this real quick. Remember when she said something about a sealed documents? What did we cover about sealed documents with the Boosie case? Sealed documents are documents that's not available for the public. Perhaps this 2-year plea deal document was sealed, was sealed. And that way the public would not know. It had not even been reported. This had never been reported that Young Thug was offered a 2-year plea. This was never reported at all. Remember, Judge Whitaker said that she was going to review some sealed documents. I wonder what she was talking about. I just wonder what she was talking about. Maybe, perhaps, precisely, could be, possibly, she could be referring to what this gentleman right here is talking about. Shout out to Dennis Bryan, man. Put Dennis Bryan in the chat and listen. I'm gonna make sure I put it, somebody get his link to his YouTube channel and put it in the chat, okay? Because I'm telling you right now, this is starting to unfold and make sense. She said, "Oh, I do have some sealed documents to look at. Then I'm going to go on break and review and do all this kind of stuff." I just wonder. And this man just said that this gentleman, Young Thug, Jeffrey Williams, was offered a 2-year plea deal and to release his passport. And to release his passport. And to release his passport? Really? He called it a witch hunt from the beginning. The judge had to know what was going on. He was offered a 2-year plea and to release his passport. And let me tell you something, Thug was like, "Oh, hell no. I ain't doing that." You know Brian still know about this. He haven't said anything. Nothing damaging. Brian Steele is a great attorney, man. He has done nothing damaging towards his client. Nothing damaging towards his client. This man right here has reliable sources. And let me tell you something. From what I gathered, because I was on Cat Not Williams' platform with this gentleman, he's been doing this for a long time. We're talking about 20, 30 years, okay? Where he's been, and he is a private investigative journalist. He doesn't work for anyone but himself. This is interesting. Oh my God, sealed. Remember we talked about sealed documents when go watch the Boosie. Go watch the Boosie live video. I was able to recover the sealed document. It wasn't for the public. I found it and I read it. Yeah. Oh. I need to do some more digging. I need to see this plea deal. I need to see the document on this. This is absolutely crazy. Let's go.
But I always say that an innocent person won't plead guilty. A truly innocent person won't plead guilty because they're going to stand on the business. They're going to stand on what they believe. Now, he could have taken the plea deal and been home already. He could be touring in the United States. But one of the conditions was he couldn't leave the state. Like not the state, the country. He couldn't leave the country. From what I'm told, he couldn't leave the country. So you had to cop out to the plea, take the 2 years, but he could not leave the country. Well, he's an international star. He travels the world. So that would have impacted his livelihood. Not that fighting this case is not impacting his livelihood, but the fact of the matter is this says a lot about him. It tells you why his attorney is fighting so hard, because the stakes are high at this point. It's like you putting everything on the table at this point, because most people would have took the plea and said, "Okay, I'm taking the plea, I'm admit to something," and just go home. You know, at this point, he has time served for the most part. But it is his belief, is my belief, that he believes that he can win this case. And I'm leaning towards him believing that he can probably win this case. And I'm also been privileged to some other information regarding the investigation of this case as well. Some very important information involving the investigation of this case from the very beginning under the different administration. So he knew this, and his attorney knew this, because they been a part of the investigation. This is why it's important for us to wait. Let's wait. Let's wait and see how these chips fall. Yeah. But it is also disturbing that the prosecution knows that they know what I know, and I'm sure they know what the stakes are as well. And you will probably wonder, why are they still going so hard to pin this case on Young Thug when the prior administration didn't want to pin this case on Young Thug? Now, with that said, There are some other individuals.
Excuse me. Wait a minute. Can we go back? Did he just say the prior administration did not want to pin this on Young Thug? Did I hear him correctly? Can we rewind that, please? Let's listen to that again.
Who pin this case on Young Thug when the as well. And you will probably wonder, why are they still going so hard to pin this case on Young Thug when the prior administration didn't want to pin this case on Young Thug? Now, with that said, there are some other individuals, from what I'm told, that are very, very complicit in some of the acts. And you would be surprised who one of them are. Because I'm like, wait a minute, what is this going on here? You would literally trade off someone who's actually, in your belief, has committed crimes for someone that you are not really sure that has committed these crimes. So, ladies and gentlemen, it gets better. And we're going to be, I was instructed to do a little more leg work. And that's what I'm going to be doing. But yes, Young Thug had an opportunity to get off this case early on. He was definitely afforded the opportunity to take a plea, in a very minimal plea, 2 years. But a day of knowing that you're innocent is worth fighting for. Like I see why Brian Still's going pretty hard. I mean, his client believes he's innocent, and it goes to the defense's notion that Young Thug was trying to help the people that he came up with to try to get out the game. Some was knuckleheads; they didn't want to get out. They were, doing their dirt. You got to wonder why he resurrecting a case that had the opportunity to be prosecuted over 9 years ago.
Wow.
So this is going to be interesting as we watch the continuation of Lil Woody, Kenneth Copeland's testimony. And by the way, Kenneth Copeland, in the last, I guess, 12 hours, released dropped a mixtape, a single. And that single is, I don't remember.
I don't recall. I don't
remember. Kind of slap in the face, if you ask me. But I get it. He has a First Amendment right to create art. And no one should be challenging his First Amendment right to commit art. He's on the stand. He's not under any embargo or restrictions. Or, it's art. And some parts of this case is about the artist expression. So he actually has a right to capitalize off of this. And this is America, and this is a capitalist society, and he understands the bigger picture. My only question is, how much is he financially benefit from this, and does he really need a court-appointed attorney? Is he really an indigent witness? I don't know. I'm just putting it out there. I don't know. Because there are people in jail right now that can't afford an attorney. They have no resources. They are broke. They cannot hire an attorney. So I'm not saying Woody's working the system, but I'm just saying that if you have the ability to pay for an attorney, it looks like you might have the ability to pay for an attorney. Maybe you should probably pass your attorney off to someone else and hire your attorney that you can trust. You can trust.
All right, I'm gonna stop it right there, yo. That was actually interesting. Shout out to She Lee once again for giving us some information real quick. If you want more content from Tay-Biz TV, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell, man. Peace.